Have you ever heard of the Devil's Triangle, a mysterious patch of the North Atlantic Ocean where ships and planes seem to vanish without a trace? For decades, it's been the epicenter of chilling tales and unsolved riddles. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of this enigma, counting down 10 of the most haunting disappearances that have baffled experts and fueled legends. Are these just coincidences, or is there something more sinister at play? Join us as we explore the unsolved secrets of the Bermuda Triangle. Our story begins in 1918 with the USS Cyclops, a massive U.S. Navy collier ship with over 300 crew and passengers. This giant vessel was last seen leaving Barbados. It never reached its destination of Baltimore. No distress call was ever sent. No wreckage was ever found. It was as if the 542-foot ship was simply plucked from the ocean. The U.S. Navy's official investigation concluded they had no clue what happened. And to this day, the fate of the Cyclops remains one of the largest non-combat losses of life in U.S. Navy history. Just a few years later, in 1921, the Kerala Deering, a 5-masted schooner, met its eerie end. The ship was found wrecked and abandoned on the shores of North Carolina. The crew of 11 men was gone. The ship's logbook was missing, and personal belongings were left behind. The only signs of life were a 6-toed cat and uneaten food still on the stove, as if the crew had vanished mid. An extensive investigation by the FBI and other agencies turned up nothing. Theories ranged from mutiny to piracy to supernatural forces, but no one knows for sure what became of the crew of the Kerala Deering. Fast forward to the height of World War II. In December 1945, the most famous Bermuda Triangle mystery unfolded: the disappearance of Flight 19. 5 U.S. Navy Avenger torpedo bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a routine training exercise. A couple of hours into the flight, the leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, reported that his compasses were malfunctioning and he was lost. Radio transmissions became increasingly panicked and confusing. The pilots sounded disoriented, unsure of which way was west. Everything is wrong. ... Strange. We can't be sure of any direction. Even the ocean doesn't look as it should. Those were some of the chilling last words heard. Then, silence. All 5 planes, with 14 airmen, vanished. But the mystery didn't end there. A Martin Mariner flying boat with a crew of 13 was sent out on a search and rescue mission for Flight 19. Less than 30 minutes after takeoff, it too disappeared from radar. A nearby tanker reported seeing a massive explosion in the sky around the time the rescue plane went missing. It's believed the Mariner, nicknamed the flying gas tank for its tendency to leak fuel vapors, may have exploded midair. But no definitive wreckage was ever found for either Flight 19 or the rescue plane. In one afternoon, 6 aircraft and 27 men were lost without a trace. Let's jump to 1948 and the story of the Star Tiger. This was a state-of-the-art British passenger plane, an Avro 204. On a flight to Bermuda, the pilot radioed that he was on course, expecting to arrive on time. The weather was fine. Everything seemed normal, but the Star Tiger never landed. It disappeared with 31 people on board. An exhaustive search found nothing. The official investigation report was equally baffling. The board stated, "What happened in this case will never be known, and the fate of Star Tiger must remain an unsolved mystery." They were at a complete loss. Just 1 year later, in 1949, history seemed to repeat itself in the most terrifying way. The Star Ariel, a sister plane to the Star Tiger, vanished in the same area. It was another Avro 204, flying from Bermuda to Jamaica. The captain reported clear weather and a smooth flight. Then, just like its sibling, the Star Ariel and its 20 passengers and crew simply disappeared from the sky. No distress call, no wreckage, nothing. 2 advanced airliners from the same airline, vanishing in the same region within a year of each other. The chances of this happening are astronomical, yet it did. The airline eventually took all remaining 2 derivees out of service. The Bermuda Triangle doesn't just claim military and commercial vessels. In 1955, a private luxury yacht named the Connemara 4 was found adrift and abandoned south of Bermuda. It was in perfect condition. There was no sign of a struggle, no damage from a storm. It simply looked like the crew had stepped off the boat and into thin air. The mystery of what could cause an entire crew to abandon a perfectly good yacht in calm seas has never been solved, adding another layer of intrigue to the Triangle's reputation. Now, let's talk about the KC-135. In 1963, 2 brand new U.S. Air Force Stratotankers took off on a mission from Homestead Air Force Base in Florida. These were massive 4-engine jets, essentially military versions of the Boeing 707. They were flying in close formation when, suddenly, both planes vanished from radar simultaneously. Search parties later found some debris, but it was scattered over a wide area, making it difficult to piece together what happened. The official theory is a mid-air collision, but some find it strange that 2 experienced crews flying in clear weather would collide. Others wonder why they disappeared from radar at the exact same moment. The incident remains a subject of debate among aviation experts. Just 2 years later, in 1965, a C-119 flying boxcar, a military cargo plane with a crew of 10, departed from the same airbase in Florida. It was on its way to the Bahamas. The plane disappeared from radar, and despite one of the largest air and sea searches ever conducted, not a single piece of the aircraft or its crew was ever recovered. The flight path took it directly through the heart of the Bermuda Triangle. It was another case of a perfectly good aircraft, with an experienced crew, disappearing in good weather. The official report could offer no explanation. Our final chilling tale takes place in 1967. A small cabin cruiser named the Witchcraft took its owner, Dumburek, and his friend, Father Patrick Horgan, out for a nighttime view of the Miami Christmas lights. Just a mile from shore, Burok calmly radioed the Coast Guard, stating that his boat had hit something but there was no major damage or emergency. He just needed a tow back to the marina. The Coast Guard cutter dispatched immediately and reached his reported position in just 19 minutes. But when they arrived, there was nothing. The Witchcraft, along with Burok and Horgan, was gone. The area was searched for days, but not so much as a life jacket was ever found. How could a boat vanish so completely, so close to shore, in such a short amount of time? From massive naval ships to advanced aircraft and small private boats, the Bermuda Triangle has been the scene of some of the most perplexing mysteries of our time. Scientists offer explanations like rogue waves, methane gas eruptions from the ocean floor, and bizarre magnetic anomalies that throw compasses haywire. Skeptics argue that the number of disappearances is unstatistically significant given the high volume of traffic and frequent hurricanes in the area. Yet, the stories persist. The lack of wreckage, the suddenness of the disappearances, and the chilling final communications all contribute to the legend. What do you think's behind the secrets of the Devil's Triangle? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more mysterious explorations.